welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Visiting sideline, Super Bowl champ John Harbaugh, head coach of the Ravens since 2008. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. It's been a wild opening weekend to this point. Who knows what is in store tonight? As off we go for the Sunday night opener. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Ravens will come out. They are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves. New season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And man, you get through that first game and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There'll be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
We'll go again here with Henry. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find the crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Going to go right back to Henry. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
First down, Ravens.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
Allen going to make the read and hold on here. And he's going to be marked down short of the 45. Short of the first down, and here comes third down. Third and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
We'll try and run here with Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be sent. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Allen. We'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here we go. 4th down, it's Allen. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. Off the play fake. Jackson. He's got his tight end likely downfield. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 32.
It's a big one for the Ravens. 32 yards. On play action, here's Jackson. He's got his big tight end. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Point after try, forthcoming. His kick is good, and the Ravens move out on top, 14-0.
Bills nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. So, Greg, here are the Bills. What a year last year. 13-4, beat the Broncos and the Ravens in the playoffs, but once again ran into Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. Anything that we can say is that one thing to get them to the big game this time?
Well, I mean, we'd probably start with they need Patrick Mahomes to retire. But in all seriousness, Mike, I think when you look at Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, it's one of those things where they just happen to exist in a generationally great team in the Kansas City Chiefs, and one of the greatest players we've seen in the last 25 years at quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. So they just need, as hard as it is, they just need to continue to chip away. Just continue to go. They can't make Kansas City the boogeyman, because all of a sudden now that starts to get into your head. Continue to win. Continue to win the division. Continue to get home playoff games. And if they keep knocking at the door, eventually they're going to get over that hump because Josh Allen and this roster, they are a Super Bowl contending team. They just got to find a way to get over the hump in the game that matters.
Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up third down.
8 yards to go.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Punt formation for the Bills.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you because if you think about the toughness and the physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion, and even one year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But it comes back to the defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league, and that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they're kind of the outlier. They're the pass heavy, they're the spread attack with the unbelievable weapons on the outside. Obviously, Joe Burrow, important. But it was the defense, and you said it, their inability to be as good on the defensive side of the ball as Baltimore, as Pittsburgh, traditionally, but especially last year, was really what allowed them to be the odd man looking in when they missed the playoffs. So I think if Cincinnati can just improve a little bit on...
And he's going to have to eat this one, and down he goes. Greg Russo taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he's going to have a Ravens first down on what will be a big play there on fourth and long. This is Henry. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Dorian Williams in to make the play. From the 41. Here's 2nd and 8. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remaining here in this first half. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Conclusion of what has been a wild opening Sunday of football. Let's check in with Scott Hansen and see what he has brewing for halftime. Scott?
Wild indeed. Thank you much, Mike. Coming up, we're going to take a look back at what happened earlier today, scores and highlights from around the NFL. That's all coming up at the half. Let's get you back to Orchard Park for the final 2 minutes of the second quarter.
And he'll get about 5.
And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play, one after another.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
The 13-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Baltimore.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it with Henry. And he's followed up after a gain of a yard. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On third down, here's a run by Henry. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down. First and goal. Henry. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Tyler Loop now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. That one doinks off the left upright, no friendly bounce. It's no good. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the Lions in the NFC North. And it's Jordan Love. He pulls it, and now he's thinking first down. Now he's thinking touchdown. 31 yards on the scramble for the score. The Packers wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. From there, it's off to SoFi Stadium. We're looking on the Rams as they host the Houston Texans. And it's the third-year signal caller from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Texans come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. One more to show you, and it's out in Seattle. The Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And it's welcome back from injury for this guy, Brandon Ayuk. Put it down as an 81-yard catch and run for the score. The Niners had a lot of roster turnover in the offseason, but they get the win in the season opener. With that, a look at what's already transpired and what's still to come in a busy first week of the new season. In the game you're watching, we saw a couple of touchdowns in the first half. 14-0 is the score as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as them.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And Greg, both guys who've played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organization.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. He'll find Shakir open right side. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. To throw again, it's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9. 2nd and inches.
2nd and inches at the Ravens' 6-yard line.
Allen going to give it to Cook. Good blocking, and he's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills are on the board. It's now 14-7. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Tylan Wallace now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. 1st and 10 now from the 36. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top line for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense,
and he's in! Isaiah Likely! Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
The kicking team off for the extra point. He's got it, and the Ravens will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is strong. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Allen now on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll run the sneak. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the margin. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10.
In motion, Shakir. And he can't get away. They aggressively. Bring him down for no gain. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Allen. A quick slant, looked in by Moore. Get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, here is Allen. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Allen going to throw again. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 10-yard line.
Carry for Cook. And he will score. Game's on. Game's Cook. Touchdown Buffalo. That is 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills draw closer here. It's 21-14. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This returnable for Wallace. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Nice game here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 12. And the Ravens 1st down.
The give right up the middle to Henry. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Play action now. Jackson. Sending it downfield for Likely. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big one here in the 4th quarter. It covers 51 yards. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Henry. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. Extra point attempt still to come. He knocks it through. And the Ravens have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Not much there, maybe a yard. Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Ravens have come up with the football.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. It is 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Henry. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And he's in! Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. And this impressive Week 1 performance continues as they add yet another touchdown.
I just can't stress how impressive this performance has been today, Mike. I mean, not only on Week 1 to find yourself on the road, but to really dominate and have the efficiency early in the season offensively. Man, you could tell they were prepared coming into the start of this season, and boy, have they showed it.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is strong. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bills' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their Week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. The Pro Bowler the last 2 years, Nnamdi Madubuike, working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. And the Ravens are able to extend the lead.
Bills 14.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, this is strong. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. taken down behind the line. So after the loss on first, here's the 2nd and 14. A short throw caught by Kincaid. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.